This is Terrence Andre Banks with Information Age Financial Solutions coming to you with another article about the economy, and this one is particularly on demographics. Demographics control policy, control finances, and control where money is going to be moved. So it's always a good idea to just take some time and discuss that. And Economica is a good site that I don't visit frequently enough, but has a really good sense of articles, and I'm going to put the links to this description. America's demographic and economic doom loop is well underway. I'm going to dive right in. As always, I'm going to put the link inside the description. From 2008 through 2018, births in the U.S. have declined by 470,000 on an annual basis, or an 11% decline. The U.S. fertility rate has likewise cracked lower from 2.112 births to 1.72, an 18% decline. 2.1 births over a female's childbearing years is considered zero growth. This has resulted in 4.5 million fewer new births in the U.S. since 2007. The reason why I'm focusing a lot of attention about demographics is because a lot of the things that's built in our system for continuous growth, to be able to fund pensions and to be able to pay for an aging population, is based on a demographic formula that is going to always be more people coming on the back end to be able to cover the people who's already been retiring and they're already on the front end. So I just want to lay the groundwork as I continue reading this article. This has resulted in 4.5 million fewer net births in the U.S. since 2007, that the census estimated in 2000 and again in 2008. This is an over an entire year's worth of births that never took place. The sharp decline in births against an anticipated rise in a deceleration from anticipated migration has resulted in the census downgrading U.S. population growth through 2050 by over 50 million persons, detailed here. And gives another link there. This decelerating growth and outright declines are happening across the globe among the wealthy nations, leaving little growth opportunity for the poor nations. Something worth repeating. This deceleration growth and outright declines are happening across the globe among the wealthy nations, leaving little growth of opportunity for the poor nations. There goes the idea that, other countries are going to be coming on, maybe to get them to be able to grow and to kind of balance things out. The decline in U.S. births has been particularly steep among those with the lowest income and assets. From 2007 through 2016, Native American fertility rates have collapsed from 1.62 to 1.23. Hispanic birth rates have fallen from 2.81 to just 2.1. Black birth rates have turned lower from 2.15 to about 1.9. And white birth rates from 1.95 to 1.72. And this is updates found by the National Vital Statistics Report through 2017. Hispanics' birth rates have fallen below replacement level at 2.06, blacks at 1.824, and whites at 1.667. Again, these birth rates are only through 2016, and declines in 2017 and 2018 are significant and accelerating downward. The reason for fast declining birth rates since 2007 is the U.S. and among most nations globally seen to be the current ZIRP, which is zero interest rate return rate of policy, and low interest rates, and quantitative easing programs, which is another form of just printing money, which is effective at inflating asset prices. The majority of these assets are held by large institutions and post-childbearing age populations. Post-childbearing age populations are getting those baby boomers. The flow through of these political or asset prices rise significantly faster than incomes. For example, non-discretionary incomes like homes, rent, education, healthcare, insurance, childcare, etc. are skyrocketing versus wages. Can't be said more clearly than that. For young adults, this means a far greater reliance on debt, to educate themselves, and a far greater reliance for young adults on debt to purchase a home, or a greater portion of income to pay their rent, provide healthcare, insure themselves, or provide childcare, as both parents are more typically working full-time. The result of these federal government and central bank policies to boost the stock market, home prices, and collapse interest paid on savings are collapsing birth rates and collapsing total births. This is diminishing present and future demand and quality of life for the young poor, primarily non-white, and perhaps the greater transfer of wealth mankind has seen. Repeat that again. This is diminishing present and future demand and quality of life for young, poor, primarily non-white, and perhaps the greatest transfer of wealth mankind has ever seen. This has created an economic doom loop, whereas fast rising asset valuation push up the cost of living far faster than wage growth, pushing birth rates and present and future demand lower. The lower birth rates fall. The greater reliance on asset boosting policies and the majority of young, poor, minorities with little or no assets are most harmed. Wash, rinse, and repeat. That's why you have a lot of individuals talking about needing more stuff to do, especially in these political races, about more things that need to be done for the populations coming after, because the wealth is just becoming disproportionately. I mean, and I'm saying that with, I'm not even giving enough credit between the very few and the majority of them. But that's just the policy it is. The best thing to do is, instead of understanding that, it's just to kind of, you need to have a better understanding of what things are. And that's why the old adages of doing the old things, and I constantly keep repeating that, doesn't make any sense. The chart below shows the U.S. fertility rate since 1970, plus a census estimates for fertility rates from January 2008 and January 2017. The 2008 and 17 estimates showed expected fertility rate plus an extreme high and low fertility potential. Looking at the 2008 census fertility projection, the worst case scenario the census could envision in 2008 has come true. Birth rates have collapsed over the last decade, hitting 1.72 per female for childbearing population in 2018. Strangely now, with the decade's very clear trends in hand, the most recent census projection made available in January of 2017 couldn't even conceive of our current reality, let alone something like the fertility rates the U.S. and so many other nations are experiencing. The base case is a laughable accelerated fertility rate through the middle of the decade, while the U.S. is currently significantly below the lowest possible fertility rate the census could put to paper in 2017. And fertility rates are still falling fast. The shortfall economically and from unfunded liabilities like Social Security with their own assumptions built off the failing census estimates is of radical and worsening proportions. This means Social Security's 2032 projection demise is far too optimistic, and a significantly sooner failure is imminent. Love charts. That is right here for you to take a look at. Again, I'm putting a link inside the description. The tanking fertility rate has resulted in declining births since 2007 versus continuing ongoing census projections of an impending turnaround chart below. The chart below shows detailed census population upgrades from 2007 to 2008 and these massive downgrades since 2008. From the 2008 to 2017 projection, this is a decrease of 50 million Americans, and as the green dashed line suggests, based on actual births and immigration since the 2017 projection, a far lower projection is coming. As I've previously detailed, over 90% of the decrease is among under the 45-year-old population. But the largest declines in the fertility rates and immigration are among Hispanics, hard hit by the rising cost of living with relatively low offsetting asset holdings. This has resulted in a 50% decrease in the 2008 versus 2017 census projected Hispanic population from 2020 to 2050. Of the 2017 versus 2008 projected 50 million fewer Americans by 2050, it is a disproportionate decline of 33 million Hispanics that is driving this. Of course, this was before the current administration came into power and before the far lower birth rates that have occurred since 2016. Said more simply, significant further downgraded population growth projections are coming, and I expect the bulk of the downgrades to be among the Hispanic segment of the population, while Native Americans will continue to be most significantly impacted. When I mean Native Americans, is people who are already here in the country to begin with. But hypocritically, almost all the projection downgrades will be among the under 45-year-old population, particularly among Hispanics, the population with the highest birth rates in the U.S. The meme of relatively positive demographics is all but dead. So the U.S. continues the ludicrous debate over Trump's wall, and internationally births continue collapsing from China to Russia, across Europe, Japan, and South Korea, etc. The culprit for the decelerating birth is ongoing central bank and federal government medicine to goose asset prices, destroying the future to ease the wealthy and elderly's passing. Repeat that again. The culprit for the decelerating birth is ongoing central bank and federal government medicine to goose asset prices, destroying the future to ease the wealthy and elderly's passing. The result is collapsing fertility rates the world over, passing the financial gains to a diminishing minority of asset holders and the losses of the young, the poor, and those with little to no assets. While supposed progressives in America call for more of the same via monetary theory, it is time to discuss the removal of the plaque from the Statue of Liberty with the words, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." The only real question is, what new message will we read? This article was packed full of fantastic information, great things and charts. I'm taking a little bit more visits to this site a little bit more regularly. Encourage you to take a look at it. This video has been of value to you. Please subscribe, leave some comments, and until my next video, I'm out.